Okay, I'm going to ask you two questions. The first question most people are able to answer, about 97%. The second question, very few people can answer, and I'll show you how to do the calculation. So the first thing is, what is this? This is a normal ruler. Well, this one is made of stainless steel, but it's something that is definite and something that we can use to measure, right? The second question that most people cannot answer is, how many months until you bankrupt? Now, I apologize in advance, it's not a comfortable question to ask yourself, but it is an extremely important question to ask yourself, especially in the times that we are living. How many months are you away from bankruptcy? If you want to flip it to the positive side, how many months of solvency do you have left for yourself? So, and I'll also show you how to drastically increase that in an unconventional way that you will not hear from any financial advisor. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. What I'm showing you here are basically techniques that I've learned for myself to create wealth for my family. My name is Enrico Hanekom. I am a neuro coach, helping people to change their mindsets in order to change their lives. And my specific focus here is to help people create more abundance and financial freedom. Right, so this is how we make this very, very important calculation. How many months till bankruptcy, or how many months of solvency do you have available? Right, it's a pretty simple calculation. So the formula works like this. You take your amount of liquid capital, right? And your liquid capital is money that you have available, that you can get liquid very quickly. Something like savings would count towards that. Something like a property would not count to that, because in difficult times like we are experiencing right now in the world, it's probably going to take a lot of time to sell a property. So you cannot count that as liquid assets. So I've taken, for an example, an amount of 200,000. I see the focus is hunting a bit. Hopefully you can make that out. So on an amount of 200,000, how long will that last you if your monthly expenses is, say, for example, 50,000 Rand per month, right? Now, what's happening right now, we've just heard this morning from a South African economist that in the time that lies ahead with the coronavirus lockdown, they are expected to lose in South Africa 200,000 businesses and 1 million jobs. It is severe, and there's a lot of people that are losing income, and a lot of employers have cut salaries to a percentage of 80% or 50% or whatever. But let's keep the calculation simple. You can work in that percentage, but let's keep it simple, as if, let's say tomorrow your income stops. What is your solvency rate? How many months do you have until bankruptcy? Okay, so let's say your expenses, as an example, is 50,000 a month, and your liquid capital that you have available is 200,000. So it's quite an easy calculation. Is you divide the amount of money that you have, your liquid capital, you divide that over your expenses. And this part of the calculation I'll show you just now, because that's where the magic happens, if you understand that blank part. Okay, so 200,000 divided by 50,000 gives us 4. So that means if your expenses is 50,000 Rand a month, or dollars or pounds, it doesn't matter, and you have 200,000 in saved liquid capital, you will last for 4 months when your income stops. This is the greatest risk that most people have right now. It's the fact that they only have one stream of income. And I would like to show you how to create multiple streams of automated income. Now, let's say you set yourself a goal and say, you know what, I would like more solvency in my life. So I would like to have between 3 and 12 months worth of solvency. How do you get that right? How do you get 12 months of solvency? So it would mean over and above your 50,000 expenses, that let's say you are also earning 50,000 a month, you would have to save another 50,000 a month, and you would have to do that. So you would have to earn 100,000 a month for 12 months, put away 50,000, and that only will get you to a 12-month solvency. Now, for most people, that's not possible, even if you do that over many years and also with compound interest and those kind of things, because inflation always catches up with us. That is the dilution of money. So there's another way, and this is where the magic part of the formula comes in. And this is my unique take on things and what I'm doing for my own wealth creation. So look at this. If we are able to automate some of our income, we can subtract that from our expenses, but only if it's automated income. So let's say, for instance, we can automate 50% of our 50,000 a month expense. So that means I can subtract 25,000 per month, right? So now my calculation looks slightly different. Hope you can see okay here. It's now 200,000 divided by expenses minus my automated income, right? That gets me to 25,000. What is my solvency rate now? 200,000 divided by 25,000 brings me to how many months? Type it in the comment box. Let me see if you get it right. Of course, it will be 8 months. Okay? So here's another way. Other than trying to accumulate and save and go against the inflation, try and save for a lump sum that depreciates with time, why not generate an automated income of 50% of your expenses or more, but just as an example, and suddenly your solvency rate, your months to bankruptcy, has increased, has doubled from 4 months to 8 months. Okay, and if I say automated income, I'm not talking about one day or that day when you will be able to retire. I'm talking about tomorrow. If your income stops now, what is your automated income? Now, I'm grateful to say that in my case, I've been able to work at this formula and been able to achieve 80% of my income, that required income that is now automated. So my calculation works at 80%. Let's say I'm able to actually automate 100% of my calculation. What would my number of solvency months then be? Right? So if my expenses are 50 and I subtract 50,000 of automated income, my calculation looks like this. Same thing. I divide my liquid capital over the amount of expenses minus auto income. In this case, it would be a 0. Now, who can tell me what happens if you divide anything over 0? The answer is infinite. Infinite, right? So now my solvency is infinite. Of course, the automated income stream, it's not 100% passive, so I still have to manage, I still have to diversify, I still have to offset risk. But do you get this? Other than trying to save for a one-day lump sum, why not put some time and effort in to build a system that creates automated income so that you can get to this place? I hope to be seeing more of you soon in the comments and the likes. Make sure on this page and this channel that you like and choose to see all notifications, because I will soon be announcing a webinar that you can join where I show you and I help you to set up your first automated income stream. Let's do it.